Hey guys, it is Kelsey. I am finally getting around to doing an update. Little Miss Lexi is 2 weeks old. She's actually about 2.5 weeks old now, but we are doing fantastic and everything is going great. She is an amazing baby and I am still in awe that she is here and that I have her, especially since I could still technically be pregnant for a few more days. So it's crazy that she is 2.5 weeks old. But we are doing fantastic. And so I just want to do an update on how we are doing and how she is doing, and basically our journey so far. If you watched my labor video, she came very fast. We got to the hospital at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and she was born at 4:55 p.m. It was very quick. Everything went smooth and awesome, so she did great. She was 6 pounds 6 ounces when she was born. She was born on Friday the 22nd. And when we left the hospital, she dropped down to 5 pounds 15 ounces, which is normal, perfectly fine. It's nothing to worry about, obviously, because every baby loses weight in the hospital, and well, at least most babies do. When we got home, we are breastfeeding. She was breastfeeding in the hospital. She was doing pretty good in the hospital. She actually had a pretty good latch. It wasn't hurting. It wasn't painful. And when we got home, it's like her latch, like all of a sudden just went like, I don't know what happened. It's just her latch got really lazy. It was starting to be painful. I was cracking. I was bleeding. You know, and I was like, I don't know what it is. My milk didn't come in till Thursday or Friday, or Wednesday or Thursday, sorry. Wednesday or Thursday. We went to her doctor's appointment. She had a newborn checkup at 4 days old, and she was down to 5 pounds 10 ounces. Her doctor wasn't too worried about it, mainly because my milk wasn't in yet, so obviously she wasn't getting as much nourishment as she should be getting through me by nursing, especially where my milk wasn't in, so she wasn't getting hardly anything. But my milk came in about Wednesday, Thursday, and it came in a lot. I'm going to do a breastfeeding video separately to go more in, or to do like my favorites, my breastfeeding favorites / must-haves, and I will go into detail about some of the stuff I used. But yeah, so once my milk came in, she was doing pretty good. She was latching okay, still it wasn't great. Her doctor wanted me to bring her back in the following Tuesday to have her weight checked, after he was kind of waiting till my milk came in to see exactly if she's going to be growing or not. So that was a week later. On Sunday, when she was a week and 2 days, I actually went to a lactation consultant at the hospital to get some advice on her latch, because I knew something was not going right because her latch was very poor. So I was there for about an hour, got some help, figured out her latch for the most part. She was latching pretty good, not too bad, it wasn't hurting. So when we got home, things were going great. She was latching perfect. Everything was going fine. We were nursing just fine. Nothing major. So on Tuesday, when we took her in for a weight check, she was 5 pounds 10.5 ounces. So she only gained a half an ounce in a week. So obviously she wasn't getting a whole lot. It was my doctor. her doctor was like, well, you know, it could be your breast milk just isn't giving her what she needs, or it's just that her latch was so poor in the beginning, she wasn't getting the milk out as easily as she could, which I think so because she's coughing, which I think so because before I went and saw the lactation consultant, I could not hear her swallowing, I couldn't hear her drinking, nothing. And she was always falling asleep at the breast. I could not get her to eat. But after I saw the lactation consultant and fixed her latch where she was latching better, she finally was expressing the milk like she should be, and I could actually hear her swallowing. So when I told her pediatrician that on the Tuesday when we went and had her weight check, he said, well, let's give it another few days since you got her latch worked out and she's actually drinking now, and we'll weigh her on Friday and we'll see where she's at. So on Friday at her 2-week checkup, we weighed her again and she was up 2 ounces. So she was up to 5 pounds, 12 ounces, which was awesome. So she gained 2 ounces in 2 days, or 3 days. And he was very happy with that. So obviously, by milk coming in, her getting her latch fixed, it was helping her actually to gain weight. So so that was last Friday, and is now Monday, and she's doing good. What else? She is an awesome sleeper. She sleeps great. She wakes up once or twice a night, nothing major. She's pooping and peeing like crazy, so I know she's getting plenty from my milk. She's starting to get some chunky cheeks, so I know she's gaining weight. It may not be a lot, but she is gaining. One thing we did find out at her 2-week checkup is she is tongue-tied. So we have an appointment on Wednesday in 2 days to go have it evaluated and see if it does need to be clipped, which I'm pretty sure it does. That her pediatrician was pretty dead set on her needing it clipped. It's hooked almost to the tip of her tongue, so she can't stick out her tongue, which explains probably why she has a poor latch, and it's very hard to get her to latch properly. I can get her to latch really good every now and then, but most of the time it still hurts. So I definitely think she needs it clipped for sure. Yeah, I feel bad that she's gonna have to have it clipped. I never had to deal with that with any of my other 3 kids, so it's definitely something new to me. But I'm hoping that once it gets clipped, her latch will just be so much better, and I won't be in pain anymore. But with that being said, I have stuck through the pain, and we are going on almost 3 weeks of exclusively breastfeeding. No bottles, no formula, no supplementing, no nothing. And so despite the issues we have had with latch in the beginning and her being tongue-tied, I mean, we're still going through it. Even though it hurts sometimes, I'm pushing through the pain because I know it's what's best for her. So yeah, so we are going on 3 weeks of exclusively breastfeeding, which is definitely new to me because I didn't breastfeed my first 2 kids. My third one I breastfed for 2 months, but he also had bottles a lot. So this is new for me, and I'm ecstatic that we're almost to 3 weeks and still doing awesome. She is an awesome eater. She does great, and my milk is great. It's in. I have lots and lots of it. And so yeah, so we're doing fantastic. I'm feeling pretty good. I noticed this recovery has been kind of hard. I think it's mainly because, you know, I came home from the hospital and I was obviously like back into being a mom of 4 kids, and I didn't have a lot of time to just sit in bed and relax and recover, and I was up a lot in between dealing with 3 kids, 3 older kids and a newborn, it's like I wasn't able to relax and sit down a lot, so it's very hard on my body. My bleeding has been very weird. Most of the time it's in that brown yucky phase, but I notice if I get doing too much or I'm on my feet too much, I start bleeding bright red again. So I don't know if that's something to worry about or what, but I don't know. So, but I have noticed that this recovery has been a lot more difficult than previous ones. So I try to take it easy, try not to overdo it, but with 4 kids, you know, I don't really have time to sit down. But my husband has been fantastic, and when he's home in the mornings, he does let me rest in bed if I need to, so until he goes to work. So that's been great. But yeah, so we're all doing good. As far as like my weight goes, I gave birth 20 pounds under my pre-pregnancy weight, and last time I weighed myself I was 28 pounds down from my pre-pregnancy weight. So I've lost quite a bit. Although I haven't weighed myself for about a week and a half, so I think I've gained a few pounds back just because I've actually been able to eat without puking or feeling sick. So I've been actually eating and whatnot, but yeah, so anyway, I think that's it. Covered her and her update and me, and I'm gonna do, like I said, a breastfeeding must-have slash favorites video next. Yeah, so if you have any questions for me, please let me know, and I guess that is it. So I will update again later. Maybe, I don't know when, maybe when she's a month. So I don't know, maybe next week, since next week is, or this week I guess, maybe later this week. I don't know, we'll see. But just watch out for a video, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks guys, bye.